Alright, hello, stargazers. Welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody doing today? Hello. Oh no? Oh no what? Oh no what? Oh no what? Hello, Zengetsu. Hello, Welp. Hello, MJ. Hello, Sime0. Hello, Arknight. Hello, Weston Fox. Hello, Lilith. Hello, Stockler. Hello, Babylon. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Cerulean. Hello, Dao. Hello, Sako. How is everybody doing? What? What's going on? Oh, they changed the- oh. I hate it so much! I hate it so much! There's no reason that they should be doing this. There's no reason at all. I hate it. I'm so sorry. Oh. Very tired, may fall asleep midway. That is a-okay if you do. It is a-okay if you need to. Hello, Blood Sully. Hello, Echo. Welcome in, welcome in. She hates it? I do hate it. Wait, Raoul, what? The heck? Wait, why doesn't Raoul have the @ symbol? What? Wait, Raoul just did have the @ symbol and then another message they do- Why is it switching? What the heck? Wait, now Weston Fox doesn't have it again? Wait, what? What's happening? Now Weston Fox does have it. What the heck? And now White Zengetsu's normal again. What the heck? And now Raoul's back to the @ sign. Lilithic is now back to normal. Raoul's back to normal. What the heck? And now Zengetsu's back to the- Now Raoul's back to the @ sign. Now Sako's back to normal. What the heck is happening? Scuff 2. It's not on my end. Arknight, hello. I think you're normal? Thank you for joining the Stargazers. Thank you for joining the Adventuring Stargazers. Cerulean's okay? And now everyone, I can't understand it. We can fight it. What trickery is this, Troop Master? I'm so confused. I'm like, that's so strange. It's just going back and forth and I don't know why and it doesn't make sense. I don't know why. Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing it. Paranoia mode activated. Oh no. Alright, everyone, I think, is in the @ again. Nope, Siam0's okay. I can't figure it out. That's so wild. Oh, the scuff manatee. I don't understand. Who is real? Should we panic? I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's crazy. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Let's move on. I'll be completely honest. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today. So, we'll see how stream goes. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm super out of it today. I don't know how everybody else feels. And chat's on fire. Lovely. Great. Just what we need. Same, honestly. Yeah. Is it just me or emotes sometimes go black? I don't know. Give you 2 guesses. That's how I feel when I'm 1 day away from Friday. That is understandable, yeah. Why are there 2 of me in the ping list? What do you mean? Oh, just one little fire as a treat. Hello, Nightfall, welcome in. Alright. Couldn't do time before. I don't know, I feel so off today and there's no good reason for it. I just do. I'll enjoy this a lot. I hope so. And now you're back to the @ sign. Ah! Mitosis? You've invented mitosis. Oh. Everyone who switched back and forth appears twice when pinging? The heck? YouTube, are you drunk? Is YouTube okay? Oh. Mentally preparing for AD8, yeah, absolutely. I have cloned. What the heck, you guys? Alright. I'm going to see if we can do this correctly. What is the scuff now? Some people have their @names and some people don't, and then it keeps switching back and forth live? I don't know why. We're watching it in real time. We're watching the scuff in real time, honestly. It's Cheese Moon all over again. We've been cloned. Hopefully not that many copies. What, I'm gonna have to upgrade you guys? Upgrade for more Raoul copies. Not sure if you've seen yet. For the new event, you have 2 stages of 4 you can do. Yeah, I think someone, I think someone said that the 1st and the 3rd were okay, and to avoid looking at the reward skin. So I'll probably just, like, try to earn it and then back out very, very quickly. YouTube heard someone say don't at me and chose violence. Upgrade you? You need more copies. 1 and 3, not 2 and 4. Got it. Odd numbers only. Oh yeah, Daho's the one bunny that doesn't get multiple copies. Good point. Good point, I forgot about that. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see how this goes. So I pulled up a bunch of different operator art pieces, and I'm going to see if it is possible that we can do some nice gesture studies with it. I didn't set them all up greatly ahead of time, so this will be an interesting experiment. And I'm going to have to see if I still have my little timer thing, because that would be helpful too. Alright, where is my silly little timer? Is it... I think it's this one? There we go. Let's set that to 5 minutes and then make sure that it appears on the screen you guys can see. So we'll jump over here. There we go. And now I have to figure out where our timer is. Is it here? There it is. All right. I think I'll start with something where I can kind of see the art detail, more or less. And then let's see here. Let me also bring it up on my end so it's easier for me to see. We'll go with, we have this here, somewhere where I can access it quickly. That'll be good. Move this over here. Okay. And let me look at it real quick, try to understand the body proportions. So I think what we're gonna try to do is we're going to start with 5-minute warm-up, and we're going to just try to do our best to see like how accurate we can get this down in 5 minutes. And I really want to see if I can focus on gesture. And then probably try to add a little bit of color, more or less. Not doing the whole E2 piece, but just seeing if we can get the vibe of it. Seeing if we can get the general idea of it. And we'll see how that goes. Does that sound alright? Okay. So we're giving ourselves 5 minutes on the clock here. Okay. And... is that moving? Is that going? I thought we had a... hang on. Yes, it is moving, but hang on a sec. I thought we had a, I thought we had a better look for this, didn't we? Hang on a sec. There's a visual that you guys can have that looks nicer, and I don't see it. Do I have the right one? It's supposed to look nicer than this. I thought I had a better version of this. Maybe I don't. Could have sworn I did. Am I thinking of this one? No. Alright, well, we're just gonna go with it then. It usually has, like, a nicer, UI. But that's okay. Alright. Let's go on it anyway. So we've got 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. Lovely. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can make this thinner. Try to get a headpiece here. And okay, I need to pace myself. I need to use this to learn to slow down, to learn to get the general position of the character, maybe the way she's looking. I feel like I'm doing the free Ren meme right now, kind of. Let's see. And then a little bit of her waist. I have not done, see which way she's facing. I haven't done gesture study in so long, so the first ones will probably be a little bit rough, and they'll probably get better as we go, because I have not done this in a very long time. Alright. It's been way too long. I can tell that I'm already very, very rusty as to what I'm supposed to be doing. Make sure I have the line of action here. Make that a little bit... I think maybe... Okay, hang on. Really quickly, try to change the canvas size. There we go. That's better. Make sure everything is kind of at the right angle here. And trying to not add as much detail as I'm working and sort of going back and forth here. Alright, this shoe shows a little bit of the back. This is a little bit... Alright. You can see a little bit of the back of her thighs here, the way she's turning. There's an angle here with her arm and her shoulder. I can't quite tell what she's doing because the jacket is just a little too thick for me right now. I can't really see what she's grabbing, so I'm just gonna have to sort of make that a little bit obscure. There's an arm here and a hand here holding the gun. And then we'll get a little bit of the shape of the shoes here. Yeah, I'm so rusty. I have not done gesture work in a very long time. We can see the back of the shoe, so we'll make sure that we get the planes of the foot here. What are we at? Oh, we're over half. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. Let's try to get her. Let's jump real quick into color then. And I'm just gonna take from here if I can. Gonna let me, hopefully. Just try to get the rough idea of her hair. Because we are more than halfway out of time. It goes really, really fast. 5 minutes is not the most time in the world, and this needs to be a lot, closer to like a pink. I have 1 minute! I have 1 minute left on the clock here. Make sure to add her ears. It'd be pretty embarrassing if we forgot a Codis's ear. Alright. And then let's get a little bit of her jacket on here. If we can, just get the idea of the jacket. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to add her weaponry, but I just want to see if I can get sort of the idea of her wearing the jacket. Remember, guys, when I set this up for who was sending the E2 art, I specifically said don't expect your designs to be super detailed here. I'm just trying to get the general idea of it, right? Just trying to get the general idea of it. Just getting the general shapes here. Alright, let's see if we can get her tights on, her underpiece. And what do I have? 8 seconds left. 8 seconds left. And probably can just get the top here and this piece. Ah, okay. There we go. That's as much as I can do it. Time is up. Okay. All right. Well, I can do better. I can do better. I can try focusing less on the structure and more on the painterly section. I can kind of go 2 ways. I can either try to focus more on the structure of the pose, or I can focus more on the painterly aspect of it. Let's see here. Hello, Newbie Reaper. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Bunny indeed, yes. Good timing. Good timing to come in here. What are your comments on the new Star speedrun of Super Mario 64? How about you explain how to fix the freerun meme in a short format video? Think about the content. The thing is, like, that exploded so fast, and I feel like everyone is doing it. I feel like no one's really gonna care because it's already been done like 1,000,000 times in 24 hours. I think it's a duffel bag? Yeah, she's probably holding a duffel bag. I couldn't make out how her fingers are posed. What? Aegis, I don't know what you're saying. I don't think I've seen other artists I've watched do color in short time limited gesture drawings. Probably not, but because we're doing Arknights ops, I at least want it to be like somewhat visually recognizable with base colors even. Even if you simply drew an upside down triangle with a smiley face, wolf ears, and blue hair accents, I'd still be happy with abstract aroma art. Freerun meme is now as widespread as the old Sasuke fan art meme. Newbie, I've already seen the widespread of putting those 2 memes together. I've seen at least 10 people compare those together, draw them together, do something with them together. Like, it's so overdone now. It's so overdone, it's not even funny. Do the freerun meme, but it's True Master explaining death being art. Oh god. I feel like you could have an entire cast of characters that would all get along, believing that art needs to involve death somehow. Like, have Troop Master with Deodara or something. Wait. You're asking for the email for the invoice hours after my paycheck? No, I had no idea. I had no idea. I was more so thinking, like, hey, I know when I can get work done. Oh no, I did not mean to do that at all. The freerun meme is honestly quite incredible. Freerun meme master study. It is a hard pose. It is a hard pose. Hopefully that person has taken everything in good stride and doesn't feel like they've been made fun of too badly. It is a really hard pose. I've been trying to replicate the pose with an NPC from Arknights. It's not easy. That was almost... It would be so funny to see that image, but with professional shading. I think a lot of people have already done that, right? Or do you mean like that same line art? Oh man, I don't think I can show you guys. Wait, can I need to see if this is safe to show you. You made me think of something really stupid, but I'm not sure if this is safe to show you or not. Hang on, where is this? Probably... I'm curious if I still have this. This is, all the folders have to load. It's gonna take way too long to make it load, I guess. Maybe not. I can't go through all of my old artwork. It takes too long. Even the JPEGs just take too long. Where is it? Would it be... Why don't I have this? Oh, there it is. Alright, heck? Alright, hang on a sec. Trying to make sure this doesn't... Yeah, okay. I have to crop it real quick. There was this silly challenge one time, with an old community that I used to be in, and make sure that it's the right version here. What am I doing? Hang on a sec. To make sure I have the right thing here. Because someone said, like, what if it had realistic shading? And there was a challenge once. I don't think I can even find the original. Which is a shame because that kind of is what makes it funny. But somebody drew a stick figure of a horse, and then they had a contest if you could redo the stick figure of the horse. So I had fun, and I wanted to redo the stick figure of the horse. And that's my that's me redoing the stick figure of the horse. He had like some MS Paint drawing, and he drew like a little sun and little mountains, and then he had like little grass, and then he had the stick figure. So I drew the stick figure of the horse. It's the start of Uma Musume lore. Why are you showing a photo of a real horse? My spaghetti looks like at 3 a.m. Oh man, now I don't know where the original is. I don't have the MS Paint version of it, so it kind of loses its intent. It kind of loses a little bit of the integrity. Noopy, I'm gonna cry, don't say it. Oh my gosh. Someone was saying, what would the free run meme look like with realistic shading? That's what it would look like with realistic shading. Oh. So there you go. There's your answer. Anyway. I thought that was funny, silly. Alright. Who are we working with next? Alright, I think Neural is next. This will be interesting. I'm gonna see how painterly I can get with this one. Let's see here. I can even see all the details. This one's gonna be tricky. Speaking of haunts. Alright, where is she? Here we go. Alright, and then let's get Ray into a folder separately. So we can jump in with... let's see, how do I want to do this actually? What if No, I'm probably best sticking with this pen. Draw stick figure Neural. I don't even know what that would look like. I'll have stick figure horse. Hang on. Okay. Let's jump in here. 5 minutes on the clock, and we'll start here. Alright, actually, I think what I want to do is I want to start... Let's see what happens if I try... Okay, wait, nope, not this one. Not this one! Ah! Oh no! Clock is ticking! Clock is ticking! I want to see what happens if I just go straight into color. Does she have a... Is this a ponytail? I guess this is a ponytail. See if this blends enough for my taste. For this to work out well. Might not. We'll see. We'll have to see. Might end up being a disaster. Not really sure yet. Might have to add, maybe should not have tried to do this in color. But you know what? We'll see what happens. And then let's see here. Let's get... Shoot. I can't make out these details. I can't make out the details of the outfit. I should have probably, done this a different way, but it's a little too late now. This one might not turn out great, but that's okay. We're attempting. We're learning. We're trying new things. I can't tell what this is doing. Alright, let's just throw in the... There's too much detail on this outfit for me to do this in 5 minutes. Now 3 minutes. Alright. I can't make this... I can't make out what I'm trying to look at here, so we're just gonna have to just go straight for the, position and hope that we get lucky, I guess. We're just trying to go for, like, the general feeling of the pose, right? Let's make this a little bit... Ah! Alright, I need this to be like an in-between color. Of course, it's a little bit hard to see here. Alright, great. And we have this pose of the leg here. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing a lot. I'm missing a lot, but oh well. See if I can add this real quick. What am I at? 2 minutes! I've got 2 minutes on the clock. Alright, I can't really tell what the decorations are on here, so... And then there's some sort of, shield decoration. Can't really make it out. Hard to tell. I can't really see the detail. I have to focus on the spear. The spear is very important in this. I'm gonna make a new layer for this, so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Alright. Crazy spear. And then we're gonna set that to add glow. And then we're gonna add in an airbrush of color behind it. To some degree. Let's try something like this. Here we go. Like that glows well. Perfect. Okay. We got the whole rest of the entire jacket going around here. Oh, geez. And then her giant tail is behind here, and I can't fit that in. What do I have? I have 50 seconds. I have 50 seconds. Oh no. Oh no, this is on the add glow layer. Why is this on the add glow layer? Oh, it's all overlaid incorrectly. Oh dear. Alright. I have to try to add a little bit of shadow to the tail here. And try to add a little bit of the feeling of the wings. 27 seconds left. And then, what else? Is the same deal here. Can't make it out. And then just do a bunch of crazy effects. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodness. Alright. That one was really hard to make out. Stars on Neuro's head will be missed dearly. I can't get everything in. Oh. I couldn't get everything in. Came out better than I was expecting. I got really nervous in the beginning, and I'm like, it's gonna go real bad if I don't change gears. This one looks like an extremely hard one to draw. It is. I'm like, oh, I'm in over my head on this one. Oh. A little less detailed than previous horse, true. The stick figure horse got a little bit better treatment. I also took longer than 5 minutes on the other one. But you know what? We got the main idea down. We got the main idea. Like, you can tell who it is. We got the idea. Little tip, add in Starbuyer as last before ending stream. What do you mean by that? Complex Neural is pretty good, thank you. And the main thing that we're trying to do here, right, is like we're really trying to focus on like the gesture of it. So whether we're doing that with just lines or we're doing that with brush and color, the main idea is like, does it get us the feeling of the situation? We're filtering out the fillers to defrost, so your Chunga Z2 art will be beautiful. Oh. Alright, I think some good way to put this is like, if you are one of the people who submitted one of the E2 pieces that we pick, you're allowed to tell me if you want me to go straight into brushwork, or if you want me to focus on line art. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the thing like I did with Ray, where I tried to do both. I think it's kind of one or the other. So it's like, let me show this. Ah! That's the one thing I really hate about the glow features, is that they don't stay when you try. Oh, I hate that. Alright, fine. We'll add layers on top, I guess. If you try to put them into a folder, they get annoyed. I don't know why, but anyway. So this one, with Ray, we tried to do it structured, and then we kind of jumped into color. And then with Neural, we just went straight into color. Aside from, like, a line or two. So, let's see here. Who is our next one? Oh, okay. Next is, Susie. Okay. I'm gonna have to make sure that I can actually see what's going on. This is an interesting one. How do you normally start with? Do that, please? Normally. I guess, like, I do either, honestly. I probably normally start with, yeah, we'll do this one as a gesture sketch and see how it goes, because the nice thing with Exusie is, she has a fair amount of, like, just black and white clothing, so then if we want to add color, as long as we get the hair, then that should be okay. And maybe the straps, if I can remember it. Alright, oop. Wrong canvas. There we go. Make sure that I have the right... Let's do this in, like, a rust, maybe? There, that's good. And then we'll do it thinner, so that we can focus on... We'll try to focus more on her form in this one. If we do aroma, feel free to do brushwork first, but don't mind either way. Okay. I think aroma works with that. Okay. Let me think here. 5 minutes on the clock. Let me just sort of internalize how she has to sit on the canvas. Alright, probably not gonna be able to do the gun detail. But, okay. She's sort of, like, leaning on her, case here. Okay, it's fairly straight. It's at a little bit of an angle. Okay. Let's try this, see what we can do. 5 minutes on the clock, and go. Alright. We'll start with her base head here. It's hard because I'm trying to, like, be methodical, but if I miss a line, then it's hard to retrace from that. Alright, let's figure out where her shoulders are. And then, okay, I shouldn't be doing the detail. I should be focusing on the form. Don't start adding clothes yet. Don't start adding clothes yet, Star. Alright. A little bit of her hand here. Pose is not too bad on her hand, which is good. And then she has one arm going up. And it's about here. This is, of course, going to be messier because I don't have time to really erase. I just sort of have to go with it. And I can't quite make out what's happening with the gun, but as long as I get the pose here. Alright, let's see if I can just get a tiny bit of cleanup there. Just a little bit. There we go. Makes me... Okay, that's fine. What are we at? We're already at 3.5. Okay. I need to focus here. Figure out where the rib cage is. Okay. I'm so rusty when it comes to this part. I've never been good at drawing torsos. Torsos are something I really, really struggle with. Seems to be a little lower. Seems to be going about here. Okay. The heel is very tight against the back. And we have her shoe here. I have to make sure that I still have... And I'm off the canvas, which is not good. Bad practice. Don't be off the canvas. Oh, man, I have not done this in so long. I need to practice more. Let's see. Bad being off the canvas. For anyone who's confused, basically, like, being off the canvas shows me that I'm not, observing enough. It shows me that I'm, like... I'm not paying attention to the limitations I have. So that's why I'm, chastising myself for it. Alright. This part's about here. I know that that goes much further down. What are we at? Minute 40? Okay. Let's make sure we can get her hair in. Probably a little off in proportion, but oh well. And then, okay, let me think, okay. Let's see if we can get a little bit of color on here with our last 1 minute. Get a little bit of the shoes here. Tell what's happening with the gun. A little hard to make out. Okay. Ah! Alright, have to make sure we get the hair in. 24 seconds, okay. Give it a little bit of the hoge so that it doesn't look so empty. And I think, if I remember correctly from doing that little chibi comic earlier, I think there's 6 of these. I can't remember though. And they also have... Ah! Okay. Alright, that's as much as I can get in. Dang it! Alright. It's still very tricky. I see where I messed up a little bit on here. The proportions are a little bit off, yeah. Yeah, no, I can tell. Face is a bit weird, I agree. Is it any better if I move these under? No, not really. Oh well, I tried. Thank God for digital or you'd be drawing on the floor. Realize something? I don't know how to feel about it. Lately I've seen some 3D modelers do tutorials or time-lapse of how they model stuff, and I'm like, I can't do that. When I try to make them myself, I just do it without any issue. What? I can't picture the method into my head until I'm actually doing it. That's different from aphantasia, right? You don't have aphantasia. You accidentally hit early DeviantArt proportions. Oh no! Oh, that's not good. I think the right leg is a bit too angled. Yeah, I agree. It is. It is. Yeah, I mean, if I critique myself, then I can see all the issues. Yeah, I agree. Okay, if I was to redline my own work, I guess in this case we'll use blue so that I can actually see it. I would say that it would have been better to make this a little bit more pointed, but again, like, not as intense. I would have made this a little bit... Can't really see it. Let me try that again. I would have made this straighter and less pointed so I could still see the knee. And then this leg needed to be higher and needed to be... Oh, that part's okay for the gesture. This leg needed to be in front. Forgot the second half of the jacket. Ran out of time for that. I tried to get her hairpiece in here, but it kind of fell apart, so I'd add that in here too. There's a strap for the gun. Missed that. And of course, missed all the extra detail for the straps. If I just had her hair, like, her head kind of got squished. So I'd probably just round out her head a little bit more. And make sure that I don't have early DeviantArt proportions. That's embarrassing. And then of course it's a little miniature hoodie. Yeah, if I had just... Oh, I did that on one layer. Dang it. I did that on one layer. Oh well. Oh well. It's okay. These are all for practice. I'm kind of critiquing myself here. I think it would have helped the composition if I had added that strap, because that sort of helps fill in a decent amount visually. And I didn't pay attention to where the straps here were going. I just sort of threw them in haphazardly. Oh, man. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm gonna try going back to doing it in color. For this, I think it made sense to do it in structure because it's largely monochromatic, aside from the red. I think for the next one, I'll probably try to do it in pure color. Gonna go help a friend of yours? Hopefully we'll be back in 15-20 minutes. Okay, so in other words, don't do Aroma's piece yet. Alright. Let's try... who's next? Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's good for brushwork. For just brushwork, I think. Let's see if I can do this. Where is... there we go. Ours seems a bit more easy compared to the others. I think so, but I don't know. We'll see. The background is not as busy, but there's a lot going on with her proportions and pose and everything. Vesta, hello, welcome in. This was my attempt at doing Suzie in 5 minutes. This was my 5-minute attempt. Just realized I'm writing an opinion piece for class about how AI is absolute trash that politicians should fear and be placing regulations on while watching someone draw. Oh, man, yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Down with AI for sure. She's still cute, so success. I'll take it. I'll take it. Vesta, you want to see the previous ones we were working on? We did, we got Susie, we got, Neural. Best I could. And we started with Ray. Ray was our first one, so Ray is probably the roughest. Yeah, Ray, we were still trying to, like, kind of understand how much time we could work with. But at least we threw in the color, so it's recognizable. And then we got Neural, where we basically threw away all of the line work and just tried to do it through color alone. And then we did Exucie, where we went back to trying to go with line work because she's largely monochrome aside from the red. And then the blue is me sort of making critiques on myself after the fact. Recreating character art in 5 minutes or less. Yes, exactly. Gives a certain aesthetic. I like the crossface. It does kind of give an interesting aesthetic. It kind of gives like a, I don't know what I would call it, but it feels better when you have the crossface than when you don't have it. It kind of makes it feel more intentional as a study piece. I don't know why. It just does. But yeah, so then we got Susie, and now we are doing Fire Whistle. So this one will be interesting. My canvas size is not good for this, but oh well. Alright. I have to make sure to try to get somewhat of an idea of the bird. It's going in 2 different directions, so this is interesting. Let's make sure I have the right brush. Good. And let's start with... why don't we start with like a burnt orange? I think that might be good. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah. We'll start with this. Make it a little less saturated. Matching her hair color, I suppose. Alright. And then 5 minutes on the clock for this. Somehow I've never seen the bird, it just looked like fire until now. It's cool, right? It's a really cool effect. I like it. Alright. And... start. Okay. So let's start by getting her hair in here. Getting her head in here. See if we can get sort of the Libri feathers in her hair. Probably should not be working on the hair right now. Probably should focus on literally anything else aside from the hair. That's okay. Alright, let's try to get a little bit more detail here. And try to get her position. I want to get the intense pose she has here. With the legs outstretched. Probably try to make that like... Try to do that in the brush form. So we can kind of carve it. I kind of like doing the carving style, honestly. I don't know. I feel like I can work with it easier. I'm gonna have to make this a lot smaller in order to make sure that bird shows up. Make that a lot lighter for the shoes. And the proportions are not good, because I'm trying to work with brush against not brush, so see if I can fix that really fast. Good enough. It's hard to work on the fly. Alright, something like that. I'll erase that. I'm probably down to not so great a time period here. This is a little bit of a rip. And this is gonna go into black for the fabric color. There's a stripe on the legs, but I don't think I can really show that. And then there's tattering all across here. The whole is all ripped up. What are we at? 2 minutes? 2 minutes, okay. And then this giant thing here. Oh, there's not enough time for this weapon. For this shield and everything, so let's see if we can just get the idea of it down. And then giant cannon. Giant cannon that I can't position quite well. Trying. Alright, there's a strap on the cannon. There's a position on the cannon. Let's try to get this piece here. This is really, really hard to do in such little time. Alright, and then can we, let's see, 1 minute? Let's see if we can get underneath here. Alright. Let's see if we can somewhat get the idea of the bird here. Because I think that the bird needs to make a lot of sense. Alright. Not sure if that's really showing up. Trying my best here. I think I got confused on just what I was painting. Alright. What do we have? 37 seconds, okay. My arm is hurting from doing this one. And, let's get the mix of the smoke here. Smoke's kind of going above her as well. Trying to get a little bit of the sparks here. Okay. Phew! This one was hard. Alright. I missed a few things. But I feel like you get the idea of it, so... I feel like the idea is still there. See if I can make this, like, a little bit less intrusive. But still visible to you guys. Okay. The head's a little strange. The head is not terrible. It's a different feeling for sure. She doesn't feel confident. She feels like she's kind of cowering away from it. Which wasn't the intent, but it's hard. I did not push the leg nearly where it should be. I did not push the leg. If I had to critique myself on this leg should be way further out, and it should look much more sturdy. You get the idea of the color and the composition, but I missed how far the leg goes out, and I missed how much the leg is bent. Leg is much more bent than how I had it. Yeah, this should go a lot further back. And this needs to be a lot further. This actually should probably be straight. Or straighter, I guess. Because of how strong this pose is. And then I probably would have given myself like an extra 30 seconds just to add highlight where the tattered jacket is. And then I missed the back of the arm here. For the eyes, I probably could have left them open, but I don't know. You really can't focus on faces so much when you're doing gesture. I probably could have done something like this, but I mean, that's kind of neither here nor there. This piece would have gone a lot higher if I had a little bit more time. And this obviously would have gone over further, but yeah, I would have made the position stronger for the character, I think. Yeah, her leg is definitely very far. I think the main thing messing with the confidence from the original is you wound up pointing her head down and her head and arm down as opposed to horizontal. Yeah, I agree. Her eye level is supposed to be, like, staring straight ahead. And the brushwork that I did kind of got rid of that. And, yeah, the arm should be straighter. That would have probably changed it. If we had had her face here. And then, of course, her head, her skull and head overall, it's a little bit bigger than how I drew it. But it's very, very hard to make these calls when you are, when you're doing it so quickly, right? So yeah, I would have made her head much larger. I would have had it pointing upward. Or at least at our horizon line, I think. That probably would have made a big difference, and you can see here just the difference in the structure. The difference in how the leg is pushed out further, how if I had turned the head up, it would have had a much different feeling. It would have probably felt a lot stronger overall. Alright. But, you know, in terms of composition, it's still a good practice with the composition. Also, speaking of, this would have had a different angle too. This goes much more in this type of direction. Good posture can change a feeling. Absolutely, yeah. Those are the things you want to see. What do you accidentally drop or ignore when doing just the gesture? Yeah, it's hard to, like, that's why I'm sort of doing the self-critique after now, is like, okay, I know what I was going for. Did I hit it? No, not really. But it helps you improve a lot to sort of, check against the regular work and say, okay, did I hit all these marks? No, not entirely. It's a good way to study, though. Alright. Next up is, I think Raoul is away. So, alright, how about Chanyu? Let's see if I have the piece here. Let me think. The pose isn't crazy, so I will try to do it with the color. Let's see what I can do here. Mistakes is part of learning after all. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, like, we're doing this as studies, right? Like, I know that these are not gonna be perfect, but we're using them to study. You guys are my little study buddies today. How about that? Alright, how about, like... Yeah, that's probably good. Maybe make it a little bit lighter. The imperfection is perfect. I'm not gonna lie. Peltier has been sharing a lot of art that has been very inspiring to me lately in the Discord. Where it's like, it's artists who intentionally, they work longer than 5 minutes. But they intentionally make the artwork, really rough and loose and just gets the idea of the character. And I really like and admire that, and I want to have, I would like to try to learn that style, because I think it's very, very nice. Wabi Sabi. There you go. Perfection in the, the imperfection, yeah. Alright. I think we can get this done. Let's try it. I follow an artist like that drew silence in that art style. It's a really hard art style to achieve, to do this, like, brushy look that doesn't look finished, but at the same time is finished. I recall Peltier showing a piece of Rosamontis that just kind of struck me. And I'm like, oh, I really want to learn how to do that. But, you know, not something we can really do in 5 minutes, of course. And I think there was another of, I forgot who. Arknight, thank you so much for giving a gift membership to THLBH. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. You need to watch Xiao's animation once you catch up with the story. His style's so rough, but at the same time works perfectly. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Arknight with the snipe. One more study, buddy. Thank you, Arknight. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm getting. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so confused with the stupid YouTube name changes because of the shorthand. I want to say Artemis, and that's not correct. So I'm trying to. I have to remember you guys' names all over again. It's something you said a lot, that you want to learn to not obsess over detail and utilize roughness. Hope your process learning to get there goes well. Thank you, Catch. I appreciate it. I think when we do a lot of the master studies and things, I think that is something that does help a lot. This helps a lot. And I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons that I even, like, that we got into this, right? I think I'm saying it as much as a broken record. But Arknights in general has a very, very, very rough style that I admire. not as rough as the Rosemontis piece that I'm talking about, but rougher than, like, production anime for idol series, right? Those are usually, very, 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 very clean. So I really love more of that rough, painterly, energetic feeling. Reminder, the new names are our channel names. You can change them in the studio. That is a good point, yeah. All the projects I start, I want to make everything perfect, but eventually wind down and to settle with non-perfection. Yeah, it is hard, though. Alright, I'm gonna see, if I can do something decent for Zangetsu. I will try my best. Keep in mind, like all the other examples, these have been 5 minutes. Alright. Let's try to jump in, make sure that I understand. Hang on, I've barely ever seen this character, so let me just make sure that I understand how his hair works and his horns. Okay, they're going backwards a little bit. Okay. Alright. I think I can see it. Okay. On the clock here. Let's just try with the rough cut here with the hair. And I'm already making this way too, I don't know, proportions are not right. Alright, let me try to understand the horns here. And then there's the ears. Why am I painting in gray suddenly? No! Okay. There we go. Let me make it like this. I might end up going, might end up just doing the X, just because, time. Alright, and then we have the coat. Alright. Try to do the coat here. Get the feeling of the coat around. It is hard for me to sort of make out all the details, because I'm not zoomed in. I'm gonna try our best here. I need to make this still smaller. Alright, what are we at? My gosh, not enough time. Not enough time for these ever. Alright. And then let's see if I can get his position here with the hand. That doesn't look bad, honestly. And then he has the body here. There's a bit more of that coat. Okay. I just keep making this smaller because I'm not paying attention. I'm so bad with proportions, I swear. Alright. There's kind of this leg going out. And I'm not going to color that in because that is going to be a lighter color. We've got sort of the feet here. It's so hard for me to do proportions. I've always struggled with proportions. Make sure we can get the coat in all the directions here. And then I'll probably try to jump in with gold if I can. And let's get the other part of the leg here with the longer pants. Alright. And then let's get this nice wrapping tail. I like what the tail's doing. What is the front of that? Oh dear. Okay, that's a little tricky. We'll try to get the idea of the tail here as best we can. What else? I'm trying to think. Okay, let's throw in some gold. Just get the color down. Color here, color here, color here, and on the back here. There's a lot of detail that I can't make out. He has a little bit of a gold highlight in his hair. There's a little, I can't quite make out the horns, but that's okay. Alright, trying to see my best that I can see from this angle. And then this, okay, the tail's doing something crazy here that I've never seen, but that's okay. And then there's sort of almost a braiding effect going on. Alright, interesting. Make sure that that is here. There's a bunch of extra details that I can't make out on the tail. Okay, it's like lots of pieces going around here. What do we have? 1 minute, okay. Just trying to get the idea down here. He's also got he's got like a sash here. Okay, interesting. Let's get the other fingers here. There's a symbol on the jacket. I can't quite make it out. There's also some pieces here. Make sure this looks okay. And then let's go back to that red piece. Get the sashes here, and there's a large piece right here in the center that I can't believe I almost missed. And I can't quite make out the rest. Let's see if we can get a little bit here, a little bit in the back here, a little bit here. Okay. Goodness. That one was hard. I was starting to get a little thrown off there. Oh dear. That one was definitely tricky. That one was really tricky. I wasn't really sure what I was doing half the time. Listening in while you're helping your friend. Alright, sounds good. I tried my best. Easy pose, too many details. Very accurate, very accurate. Easy pose, too many details. I was trying to, like, do what I could to make it kind of add the cape. Magnificent, alright. If you approve, that's all I'm looking for. It looks like it's on you, it works? Alright, perfect. That is all I need. Using this to distract myself from the torment that is coding a game. Oh dear. Hello, blank. At least we got the tail in. We got the tail in, we got the horns in. We got, you know, we got all the essentials. You know who it is. Yeah, that one was tricky, but at least we got the feeling of it. I was feeling really good when I was able to do the hand in like 2 brush strokes. That was making me happy. I was like, oh, I've got the hand. Yes. Oh, we did this one in 1 layer. Guys, we did this in 1 layer. I didn't even realize that. I thought I jumped to 2 layers. No, we did this all in 1 layer. That's how many punches John needs to knock out anyone. 1 layer, 1 punch. The One Punch Man? Alright. Smart. No layer confusion if there are no layers. Yes, exactly. Alright. Let's see. Raul is still busies. I'm biased, he will win. Let's see. Ooh, okay, this one will be tricky, but I'll probably have to ignore the background in order to do it. Let me see. Yeah. Ironically, I'll probably have an easier time with the E2 than the E1. And if we're going with color and pose and everything. Alright. Alright, this is our next one. I'm not doing the background. I cannot do the background, but this is our next one. Let's see. I think she has a good pose for this. In some minutes you'll be absent? Okay. Alright, noted. Aratane, did you submit one? Alright, let's see if we can do this. Let's start it in... Yeah, probably just continue it in brown is probably the easiest. Thank you again. You're welcome. Ah. Alright. Wasn't expecting background. I could not do the background for this. Not in 5 minutes for sure. Let's see. I'm just sort of still looking and observing. I really want to try to get the legs right for this one. I really want to try to get the legs right. So what we'll probably do, actually, I take it back. Let's start with skin tone. Is that a little bit, no, a little bit the other way. Yeah, let's start with skin tone. About, hard to tell. All right, tiny little bit desaturated. Yeah, around there. We're gonna start with skin tone and then add on top, and I'm gonna see how this goes. Because if we do that, then we'll be able to play around with the shape language a lot easier. And in order to do that, I think I also want to see what happens if we, let's make the background slightly darker so we can see what we're doing. Okay. Can we see that? Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Alright. Alright, we can see that easier, right? Yes. Okay. Should be free for the next 15 minutes? Okay. We'll see if we can get 2 of these done. I don't know if we can. We might have to leave in the middle. Okay. And we'll start here. Let's get her head in. Let me see if I can do these proportions better this time. If I start with a skin tone, can I do the proportions better? Let's get her body in here. If we just do the whole thing in skin tone first, just to get the idea down, will that make things easier or not? Let's find out. Okay, this is positioned the other way. Let's see, she's kind of turning her body, I think. A little hard to tell because things are broken in here. Okay, we'll go towards sort of a curvature here. All right, this is working. I feel like this is working a little bit better. And then this we don't have to really do in body color because we know that that's going to be different. But let's try something like this, maybe? And then I want to make sure we have enough for the shoulders and the neck here. And then there's the part here where okay, it's not the wrong proportion, but I still have to move it down. All right. Let's see if working purely through shape is more effective, because it just might be. And then we've got the hand here. I want to be careful that I'm watching my time as well. Alright, and then let's start adding in her regular outfit here. If I can, whichever of it that I can make out anyway. A little hard to tell. get the shoes here. And then the layering of the dress. Alright, main thing I really need to do here is I want to make sure that this feels like that it's in shadow. That is an effect I really want to add. Make sure I have that in there. That changes a lot. Okay, still have to watch my time. We are starting to slow down, so that's not good. Make sure we watch that. We really need to hurry up. I can't really tell what color this is. Probably more like a... is that white? It's hard to tell. I think it might be white. Okay. Then let's get in the... See, it's like, oh, it's a good idea, but then I got distracted. Alright. Try to get the pieces here. Make sure that we add her hair so that it doesn't look really bad by the end. Don't want her to look bald. Make sure we have the hair in. Can't really tell what's happening here, but make sure we have some effect of it. And then, what do we have? Okay, 42 seconds. Let's focus on getting the coat in, which, unfortunately, I'm having a very hard time making out. I don't really think I can see how the coat goes together. I'm trying, but it's not easy. There's a lot of different things going on with the coat. Trying to understand the code as best I can, and there's a lot of little details happening here. And it looks like her hair goes a little further back here. Oh, shoot. Okay. We almost got there. I think I started getting a little too into it. I think I started getting a little too into the design here. Just for THLBH's sake, I'll just quickly add in a little bit extra here so it's not an incomplete outfit. Yes, this is technically going over time, but I just want it to not look like off. Alright, that one was tricky. That one was tricky. I feel like we had a good thing going, and then I kind of started losing knowledge of what I was doing. So I think that working in color first does have a good merit to it. You just have to sort of watch your pacing. You set the time limit, you get to break it if you want. I feel like I can do more if I, like, maybe we'll try to increase it a little bit for the next one. This one came out nice? I'm glad you think so. I think that doing it in color helps a lot. You can always add a minute more, that's true, yeah. Forgot what? What'd I forget? The weapon? I know I forgot the weapon. Well, it's not really a matter of forgetting, it's a matter of not having the time. I forgot the thigh strap. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I forgot a lot of things, but if that's the one that you find the most important, then fine. It's not a matter of forgetting, it's a matter of not having the time to add it. Goofy. Very goofy. What is it? What is it? Yeah, there's a lot that you can add, but you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, there's a lot of details that I wasn't able to add in, but you know what? The color is there. You know who it is. That's all we can really ask for. All right. Was this also done in... This was also done in one layer. Okay. You know what? Breaking things down with color blocking does seem to be a good way to do things. Not sure how this will work in terms of my regular work, but I do kind of like the color blocking style. She's perfect. There we go. I feel like the color blocking, especially for hands and fingers, does a good job, because I feel like with, it worked well with Silence, and it worked well with Chanyu. Like, when I did this stroke, I was like, oh, that feels very satisfying to have these fingers here. Alright. Not sure if Raoul is still here, but let's jump. As best we can here. I do really like this, I do really like this pose. Alright. Let me see it close up on my end. Okay, so... jacket. Grabbing the glove. Okay. I think I can understand it. You guys have to keep in mind that when I do these, I'm not zoomed in. I'm looking at the small design here. So it's hard for me to, like, make out... I have a bigger image on another screen, but I can't fit it perfectly, so I'm seeing it a little closer, but not that much closer. Called Silence is part of Rhodes Island Hair Loss Club. I added her hair, though! Alright. For this one, let's actually start with a gray. A blue-gray. Will that work? Maybe like a grayish white. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Let's try that. We'll look... Why don't we start with the coat, because there's a lot of details going on with the coat. Alright. 5 minutes on the clock. Don't forget her hair. And... jump in. Okay. We're gonna start here with the coat, I think. Make the most sense. Try not to make it too large. Trying to keep in mind my proportions as I'm working not the way a gesture drawing should be. Totally breaking all the rules here. That's okay. Alright, that's gonna be where the hand is. That's gonna be where the waist is. And then... that is where the pants are. Okay. We're gonna go straight into a darker blue here. And there's the back of it here, so we're gonna add in a little bit of a foot here, as well as the upper leg that is tilted, that is bent. And we can't see her foot. No, we can't. Okay. It's sort of frayed pants here. Make sure that we get the other side of the coat. And I'm sort of being very abstract with the coat, because my goal is to just get the feeling of it, right? Just the feeling. Make sure that we add her head. And let's see. Let's quickly see if we can jump in with... Let's make this a little bit darker. There we go. A little bit warmer. Hard to jump in and make the colors right off the bat, like, without being able to really focus on it. Alright. Where are we at? Oh, geez. Okay. Time is moving too quickly. Alright. In that case, let's jump here with the lighter color. Lighter color here. Lighter color on the top. Lighter color with some flower effects. As rough as I can. Let's get her hair in. Let's get her ears in. Let's make that a little... There we go. Make sure that I have enough time to add in her braids and everything. Is her... Nope, I can't see her tail from here. Okay, fair enough. Let's get this in. Let's get this piece in here. And then the glove. I'm trying to make it clear what's happening. Clean off the glove. And then there's braids in the hair. Braids here. We're gonna... Nope. Let's leave it. Okay, running out of time. Trying to add the rest of her hair here. Trying to add the wand. See if I can... Okay. This needs to... Yeah. Need to make that a little less poofy. Less poofy here. There we go. And this piece. What else? What else? There's a little bit of... 18 seconds. Okay. Let's make it a little more abstract. And let's get this on real quick. Okay. Didn't get every detail, but there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on for this one. This one was difficult. Every time I kept looking, there were more and more details. Alright, let me at least, move it here to the middle. Okay, we got the idea of the large jacket. I missed the bottom of the shirt, and I missed the tool belt. I missed some of the details on the jacket, but you know what? That's fine. That's about as much as I could do. We got the jester in. We got the jester. You got the bubble, that's what matters. I was like, no, wait, I gotta add it real quick. I gotta throw in the bubble. For 5 minutes, I'm happy. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you are. It's so funny. Adding that last little black, back of the, hoodie kind of makes, like, a big difference in holding the coloring together. Oh, goodness. Oof. Yeah, I could have, she's, okay. If I had to critique myself again on this, her pose needs to be much more hunched over. She needs to have much more of, like, a sturdy, serious expression. Will you be publishing these onto Discord later? Sure, if you'd like. Alright. Let's do one more for today. How about... Will I be able to do this one? I'm just trying to think real quick, hang on. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Let's see how this goes. We have not drawn this character yet, and I feel like it might be an interesting challenge. Let's try it. Not sure how well we can do, but why not try it? It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one because so much of it is covered up, but if we're gonna be working with light and color, then I'm curious. I'm curious what we can do with this. OMG, it's Stockler. Alright. We're gonna attempt. We're gonna attempt. No promises. No promises on quality. We'll see how it goes. Let's start this off with, just our basic gray to begin. And see what happens, I suppose. Alright. 5 minutes and we'll see what we can get done. Okay. So let's just break in the large shape right off the bat. This is not me trying to take the easy way out either. I can already tell that there's gonna be pieces that trip me up that I can't see, that I can't tell. Just because there's large shapes in front doesn't mean it makes it an easy piece. Because I'm going to see if I can focus more or less on the light and shadow here. Plus, with this kind of piece, it means I can't avoid doing the face. I can't just make a cross-section like I have for other pieces. I have to tackle it, even if I don't wanna. We got the general piece here. See, I can already tell. I can already tell this is gonna be trickier than it looks. Because the proportions are gonna throw everything off. Alright. Let's see if we can do this well enough. Yeah, proportions are already off. Okay. Let's move this down a tiny bit more. Okay. How has that already been? How are we already at 3? How did that already happen? Jeez. Okay. Is already really tricky. Let's see if I can... See if I can just do something like this, maybe. Just to get the idea. Ugh, this is embarrassing. I don't like rushing faces, and I actually probably shouldn't. I'm trying to get myself to not delete that. Ugh. Yeah, alright. Not easy for 5 minutes for sure. Alright, trying to get this piece here. And get his legs in. This needs to be higher and further. Where are we at? 1 minute left. Okay. I'm trying to think, I'm trying to focus, I'm trying to see what I can, like, accomplish. I'm trying to see what makes sense to try to jump into or not. Alright, let's try to add a little bit here. And then this piece here. Ah! Oy! That one was not easy either. Goodness. Alright, that was definitely difficult. Ugh. I'm so happy this is probably the most content Blitz has received in years. I know I could do better if I had more time. I know I could do better if I had more time. Alright, I'm just gonna very, very quickly, just add one move of Liquefy, just to even that out a little. That was not easy, and I know I can do better if I have more time. I was like, should I attempt to do a face? Should I attempt to do a face? I'm not sure if I should attempt to do a face right now. I know I can do better. I know I can do better. This could have taken me 1 hour? What do you mean by that? What do you mean it could have taken me an hour or longer? He looks so 2010s anime background character. 5 minutes, guys. Keep in mind, 5 minutes. If any of you guys are artists, I highly encourage you to try this out, to try this challenge, to see what you can do in 5 minutes. It's a lot harder than it looks as an observer. Nope. We know that's not why we're here. It was a good practice session, I think. I think we got, like, a decent amount done. Like, let's see. I don't have a death wish. Alright. So we got basically Stockler. Then we got Aroma. Then we got Silence. Chanyu. Fire Whistle. Susie. Neural. The glow doesn't allow me to turn that into a folder. And Ray. It's kind of interesting to see how it evolves. How it evolves as we kept going, right? So many different directions we had to go here. Elevate straight up called Blitz Stockler. It's basically Stockler, right? You guys have played the event and I haven't, so I don't know this character is Blitz. I know this character is Stockler. I only call him Blitz because Stockler mentioned it earlier, otherwise I wouldn't know either. Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, I think this was a good practice. What do you guys think? Good warm-up, good test of things. I have to make sure that I be careful when I'm doing the rush pieces, but I think it was alright. I can't do this rush style every stream. It literally is not good for my hand. But once in a while we can do them. Fun facts, all the E2 art for the R6 ops are locations in R6 maps. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Good to get the rest out. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Blitz is so well known that now he's called my name. I was gonna ask you, you're pushing yourself? Was concerned for your health. It's okay. I can't do it all the time. I used to do streams where I would do this kind of stuff. Like, I would do 3 or 4... Wait, how long was I... I can stream a lot longer now, but I think the problem is I used to do, like... I used to do the drawings in 1 minute. Or I would do 10 minutes, but I would try to make it like a finished piece. I don't know. There were times that I definitely pushed it further, but this was okay. This was okay. Yeah, from the Redeems. This bar in Clubhouse, although the angle is weird here, since Blitz will be aiming at a jukebox in this pose. Alright. I think we are going to call it there for today. A little bit of a shorter stream, but like I said, I'm like a little bit out of it. So I need to get myself thrown back into gear. And this helped a lot. This helped a lot. So thank you for joining with this. Thank you for joining me in this. This definitely helped a lot to sort of get a bit of the groove back. Alright. Our next stream is going to be on Saturday. We are going to be doing Act or Die Stage 8. We are going to be facing the boss. I'll have these uploaded soon in the Clips and Memes channel. I think that's where I used to put this stuff. Clips and Memes channel. So I'll get that up real shortly. And I will see you guys Saturday. And we'll see how Saturday goes. Alright. Have a great rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world, or the many worlds beyond. You guys are very, very sweet. Thank you. Alright. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you Saturday. Thank you so much, and all the best.